Okay, you guys are expected to do all of these problems. Yes, I know it seems like, oh, so much. Watch how quickly they go. I just want you guys to practice. You're going to have questions on your quiz that simply say, rewrite each equation, either in exponential or logarithmic form. You're not solving anything. You're not telling me what x equals or what the expression equals. You are literally just rewriting. So let's kind of review how to rewrite. If I start off in logarithmic form, how do I know, first of all, number one, I'm starting off in a logarithmic form? Because it says log, okay? My log will go away. My 16 becomes the big base, right? And what does 256 and 2 do?
Switch.
They switch places. So you literally would say 16 squared equals 256. That's all you're doing with this stuff, guys. We're just practicing rewriting. We're practicing going from one form to another. That is all I need you to do. So if I look at number 3, I'm in log form. So log goes away, 2 becomes big, and what happens with 1/8 and -3? They switch. Literally all I'm asking you to do. So please don't complain about, oh my gosh, this is so much work. It's not. But I did pick a couple in particular to bring to your attention. Look at something like 11. There's 2 variables. It doesn't matter. We're still just practicing writing from one form to another. So log goes away, y becomes big, and what happens with x and 2/3? They switch. So it's y to the 2/3 equals x. When you guys are rewriting, you have to make certain that I understand what is supposed to be large and what is supposed to be small. Do you see how 2/3 went from a normal sized number to then an exponent? If you write 2/3 too big next to y, it looks like you're multiplying it. When you are writing log with a little base, well, we'll talk about that in a second. But you just need to make sure that your numbers and your letters are the correct size for where they're supposed to be. How would I rewrite 15? Y, a big Y, to the what power? Equals?
41.
Perfect. Good. 17. Always got to throw in a trick.
Isn't it 10?
Yeah, it is 10. Very good. If there's not a little number right here, guys, right? We know that it's log base 10. So if you want to, go ahead and write a 10 so you can see it. If you don't want to and you just would want to know it, okay, fine. But in this case, your log goes away. 10 becomes the large number. And what happens with x and y?
Switch.
They switch. Sometimes it's helpful, I told you, to actually draw the little arrows. So you remember that y goes up here and x is out here. Little y, normal size x. Yeah? Okay. Good, good, good. Let's look at the next set. How's this different? This is an exponential. So that means I'm going to which function? Log. So that means my big 14 becomes what? Little. Good. It goes down. I'm going to write the word log. You can use lowercase. You can use however you want to write it. It's fine. But make sure that 14 is little. And then what happens with -2 and 1 over 196? They switch places. So I have log base 14 of 1 over 196 equals -2. Do you see how the 14 is smaller than the fraction 1 over 196? Make sure you guys pay attention to that. How would I rewrite 29? Log base what? Good. So it's not actually an exponent. Very good. It's just going to be like a normal sized number. All right. That log base 6 is the log that we're talking about. And then 216 is the number. So we just move here. 6 goes down. Good. What about 33?
Log base 3.
Log with a little 3, right? And then what happens? 125, good, equals? Perfect. Good. What about 37? Log base x. Riley, you watching this, babe? Log base x. What happens with 98 and y? They switch spots. So 98 equals y. Make sure you guys are understanding how things are moving and where they're moving to. All right, look at this one. These are a little different, but we're going to do the same thing. You're not evaluating this. This is already evaluated. I'm in logarithmic form. How do I go to exponential? 11. So log goes away. 11 becomes my big number. Then what happens with 1 and 11?
First power.
Yep. 11 to the first power equals 11. Good.
And then if it was just 11 to the 0 power, it'd just be 1.
Correct.
Do you include the 1 there? Or the...
You don't have to. What about here? How do I rewrite this?
19.
Big 19 to the negative 2 equals 1 over 361. These two switch spots. 17. Rewrite it. What becomes my big base? X. Good. And then what happens here? Negative 14 equals 45. Good. Yep, that's all we're doing right now. Look, we're in exponential form. What do I need to do? Get it to log. So what becomes my little log base? Good. 12 equals 1. Good. All we're doing here, guys, this is why I said don't complain. This isn't going to be awful. But if you do something 100 times, like taking ground balls or something like that, it becomes muscle memory for your brain. What about here? Log, and then I have little 256. Then what? 16 equals 1/2. Guys, remember, anything to the 1/2 power, what's that the same thing as? If I have, no, it's not dividing. If I have 4 to the 1/2, what does that equal?
1 over 16.
Why is it 2? It's the square root. Good. Remember, when we have fractional exponents, it's roots. So this is a square root. If I had 1/3, it would be what? If I had 1 over 3, 1/3, what root would that be? The cube root. Good. All right, 37. Help me out. Log little 16. That's okay. That's why we're practicing. And then 97 equals x. Good. All right, you want to do 39? Log little x. Good. Big 122 equals y. Perfect. So what I want you guys to do right now, take the next, 6 minutes and just practice going from exponential to logarithmic, logarithmic to exponential, and then go ahead and finish your web assignment and get it submitted, okay? Thank you.